Stardew Valley has no boss fights, no leaderboards, and no way to lose. And yet, it became one of the most influential games ever made. While the rest of the industry chased high scores and competition, cozy games like Stardew and Animal Crossing quietly sparked a comfort revolution. Why are millions of players trading boss fights for bug catching, fishing, and farming? What makes these games feel less like entertainment and more like digital sanctuaries? Today, we'll trace how cozy games rose from niche curiosities into a full-blown cultural movement, from Stardew Valley's humble beginnings to Animal Crossing's global moment, to the cozy communities and hybrids shaping the future of gaming. And I'd love to hear from you along the way. What's your go-to comfort game? The one you turn to when life feels overwhelming? Drop it in the comments because I'll be sharing mine as we go. When Stardew Valley launched in 2016, it wasn't just another indie release. It was a love letter to farming sims, handcrafted by one developer, Eric Barone, also known as Concerned Ape. What made it explode? It wasn't just nostalgia, it was freedom. Stardew let you restore a farm, befriend villagers, fall in love, fight monsters if you wanted to, or ignore them entirely. It was about choice, community, and living at your own pace. I'll never forget my first winter in Stardew, learning the rhythms of the town, decorating my little cabin, waiting for spring. It felt less like a game I was playing, and more like a world I belonged to. And I wasn't alone. Twitch communities sprang up, fan art spread, modders built entire expansions. Pelican Town became a second home for millions. But more than that, Stardew redefined cozy gaming. It proved these kinds of restorative healing games weren't niche, they were mainstream. And suddenly, the whole industry had to pay attention. Of course, Stardew didn't invent cozy gaming, its DNA was planted years earlier. Harvest Moon, back in the 90s, showed us that farming and community could be the heart of a game. Then in 2001, Animal Crossing introduced daily rituals, quirky neighbours, and the joy of simply existing in a digital town. These games didn't dominate sales charts, but they built the foundation. They showed that not every game had to be about winning or losing. Some could just be about living. Fast forward to 2020, Animal Crossing New Horizons arrived at a moment nobody could have predicted. But here's what everyone misses about New Horizons. It wasn't just a lockdown timing, it was the way the game became ritual. People sipped morning coffee while checking their islands, friends compared turnip prices like stock tips, families celebrated birthdays and even weddings on virtual beaches. Animal Crossing became culture. Celebrities showed off their islands, brands rushed in, and suddenly, cozy gaming was on the global stage. Yes, the timing mattered, but the real story is why it resonated. Because by 2020, players everywhere were craving a digital sanctuary. New Horizons simply opened the door. So what actually makes a cozy game cozy? It's not just farming, it's how these games lower the stakes and invite us to play gently. Cozy games offer digital sanctuaries, spaces where we can create, connect, and heal at our own pace. Think of Stardew's Farms, Spiritfarer's Journeys, Coffee Talks, late night conversations. These games aren't about stress, they're about presence. They're the games that feel like home. For me, cozy gaming is like brewing tea after a long day. I log in, water my crops, maybe decorate a room, and suddenly the weight of the day is lighter. That's the essence of comfort gaming. Not the mechanics, but the feeling of safety, of restoration, of joy in small moments. This is what sets cozy games apart, and why players everywhere are finding a home in them. So why did cozy games explode now and not 10 years ago? The truth is burnout. AAA gaming keeps asking for more. More grinding, more hours, and more money. For many of us, that doesn't feel like play anymore, it feels like another job. Cozy games are the antidote. They heal us from gaming burnout, and instead of endless leaderboards, they give us gentle goals. Instead of punishing mechanics, they let us succeed simply by showing up. And they're inclusive. Cozy games invite in players who never felt welcome in traditional gaming spaces. They're accessible on Switch, PC, even mobile. They're affordable, and they're easy to share on Twitch or TikTok, which has spread cozy culture like wildfire. But most importantly, they remind us that games can be restorative. that it's okay to play just to feel good. Quick question for you. What's your comfort game? The one you keep returning to? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to feature some answers in a future video. That's why cozy gaming isn't just a passing trend, it's a response to the way games, and life, have been making us feel. And cozy gaming doesn't stop when you log off. The community is just as important. On Twitch, streamers build whole digital sanctuaries with soft music and gentle chat rules. On TikTok, people share morning routines in Stardew or show off their Animal Crossing villager rankings. On Discord, cozy fans build spaces to share farms, towns, and encouragement. And as co-op cozies grow, games like Dinkum and Coral Island, the cozy culture is spreading. We're not just playing side by side, we're living these worlds together. One of my favourite things is how supportive the cozy community is. Where some gaming spaces can be harsh or competitive, cozy fans celebrate imperfection. Show off a messy farm, someone calls it charming. Share a clumsy design, people cheer you on. That's the magic of cozy gaming. It's not just a game, it's the people it brings together. Developers have noticed this shift. Indies continue to innovate. Games like Fields of Mystria, Spiritfarer, Wildflowers, and Tiny Bookshop show just how creative cozy can be. But even AAA games are starting to borrow cozy mechanics. Farming systems, base building, softer social features. Cozy is no longer a side experiment, it's becoming a core design philosophy. So what's next? I think we'll see hybrids. Cozy business sims, cozy but dark experiments like Grave Seasons, maybe even full-scale AAA cozy games. For us as players, it means more choice, more variety, and more digital sanctuaries. Cozy gaming isn't slowing down, it's shaping the future. So from Stardew Valley to Animal Crossing, cozy games have risen from quiet outliers into a movement that's reshaping gaming. They've become our comfort blankets, our safe harbors, our digital homes. They've shown that games don't have to be about winning, they can be about healing, connecting, and finding joy in the small things. So let me ask again, what's your comfort game and why? I'd love to hear your story in the comments. If this cozy gaming deep dive resonated with you, check out my hidden cozy gems, or see how games are literally healing minds. Videos are linked at the end. Want to be part of the warmest gaming community on YouTube? Hit subscribe and join our cozy family. We discover new comfort games together every week. Thanks for being here.